Welcome to the news. Represented, my name is Jessie Colombo. The headlines. Cholera breaks out in Lusaka. For 11,276 health workers, positions, 109,777 valid applications received. Police arrest a pharmacist for diverting medicines. Northwestern UPND youths leadership demand for the resignation of DPP on moral grounds. And now the news in detail. Cholera has been detected in a 3-year-old girl of Lusaka's Mutendere compound. She has since been admitted to Kalingalinga Clinic. Zambia has not recorded any cases of cholera in the last 3 years. Meanwhile, Bihazia has broken out in Chirundu with 99 active cases, all pupils ranging from 6 to 1.
At a time when Zambia is trying to recover from the effects of 4 waves of the COVID-19 pandemic, the season of public health concerns seems to keep on resurfacing. Chirundu district is currently battling with an outbreak of schistosomiasis, also called bilharzia, a non-communicable disease caused by infection with freshwater parasitic worms in certain tropical and subtropical countries.
On 7th of April 2022, Chirundu District Health Office, through to Kapulurele Health Center, responded to a report from Kapulurele Primary School indicating that 73 were complaining of passing bloody urine. The school, which has a population of 489 pupils and 9 teachers, is being investigated for bilharzia. The persons affected are in the age range of 7 to 15 years. Our district health team are investigating the source of infection and working to determine the risk factors.
On the other hand, a case of cholera has been detected in Lusaka's Mtendere compound in a 3-year-old girl. The girl has been admitted and isolated at Kalingalinga Clinic. Zambia has not recorded any case of cholera in the last 3 years.
We have admitted to Kalingalinga Clinic a 3-year-old girl with cholera today. This girl comes from Mutendere compound and is currently in stable condition. She presented with severe acute diarrhea and vomiting, and our health workers investigated for cholera, which has been confirmed. Our teams, including the Director General of ZNPHI, are on the ground currently conducting field investigations to identify the source and contain the disease.
In the last 24 hours, Zambia has recorded 54 new COVID-19 cases out of 1,505 tests conducted.
We had only 1 new admission reported from Northwestern Province, while conversely we discharged a total of 71 patients from both home and facility management, leaving a total of 763 active cases nationwide. Of the active cases, only 9 currently require hospitalization, and of these, only 1 is currently on oxygen therapy for the 18th consecutive day. We report that none of our patients are classified as critically ill. On a similarly encouraging note, we did not record any deaths in the last 24 hours.
Over the last few weeks, the country has been battling with a shortage of essential life-saving medicines and medical supplies throughout the country, and with such public health concerns arising, it can only be hoped that health centers will be stocked with enough drugs to ensure the resilience of Zambia's health system. Virginia Chilongo, Muvi TV News, Lusaka.
Over 109,000 people have applied for 11,276 positions under the 2022 mass recruitment of healthcare workers. More applications are yet to be received from the extension of 3 days given by government. This is according to Civil Service Commission Chairperson Peter Mumba. Publication of successful candidates is likely to take place between 26 2nd to 24th May 2022.
I wish to inform the general public that the district health officers and provincial health officers across the country have received an overwhelming response. So far, a preliminary assessment shows that the various institutions have received an estimated 109,777 applications, broken down as follows. Central Province, 11,354. Eastern Copperbelt Province, 19,778. Eastern Province, 9,232. Luapula, 7,013. Lusaka, 21,301. Muchinga, 5,009.
A Ministry of Health employee in Kasama Northern Province has been apprehended for suspected drug theft valued at more than 216,000 kwacha. The suspect is a 30-year-old Akil Puri, a pharmacy technologist working at an Angoma Mission Hospital in Mumbwa district of Central Province. It is alleged that on 17 November 2020, while in the company of other non-persons, Piri made an emergency order of medicines and medical supplies on behalf of Nangoma Mission Hospital from Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA. Investigations into this matter arose following a tip-off, and it was discovered that the said medicines and medical supplies collected by the suspects were never delivered to the purported health facility. On November 2020, Mr. Piri abandoned his work. He abandoned his workplace and family at Nangoma Mission Hospital in Mumbwa district of Central Province to go into hiding. He was later found in Kasama district, Northern Province, after a tip-off by members of the general public, and he was apprehended on 8 April 2022 by the National Task Force against theft of government medicines after being elusive for a period of 1 year, 5 months. Piri has since been detained in police custody in Lusaka and will appear in court soon. The task force is composed of officers from Zambia Police Service, Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority, Drug Enforcement Commission, and Ministry of Health. This is according to Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority, Public Relations, and Officer Ludovic Mwape.
To confirm that the National Task Force Against Theft of Government Medicines and Medical Supplies has apprehended a Ministry of Health employee for suspected drug theft valued at 216,255 kwacha 17 ingwe in Kasama District, Northern Province. The suspect, Mr. Akil Piri, a pharmacy technologist, aged 30 years old, working at Nangoma Mission Hospital in Mumbwa District of Central Province. It is alleged that on November 17, 2020, while in the company of other people, Piri made an emergency order of medicines and medical supplies on behalf of Nangoma Mission Hospital from Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA. Investigations into the matter were ensued following a tip-off, and it was discovered that the said medicines and medical supplies collected by the suspect were never delivered to the purported health facility. The authority therefore wishes to issue a stern warning against would-be offenders that we are equal to the task and will not hesitate to prosecute anyone found wanting as regards to pilferage of medicines or theft of medicines from government institutions.
Ruling United Party for National Development, UPND Northwestern Province, has asked Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, to resign on moral grounds if she does not want to support UPND agenda on the fight against corruption in order to give the New Dawn administration an opportunity to fight against corruption. Party Provincial Youth Chairperson Bruce Kanema alleges he has observed that the previous administration left senior and strategic positions in the hands of individuals who were part of plundering public resources. Mr. Kanema claims the DPP under Lillian Siyuni is seemingly unprepared to fight against corruption and would want to do almost anything to protect some individuals with questionable characters, as they were benefiting from the same pond. He notes the behavior and conduct of the DPP towards PF suspects like Milingolungu is not only disappointing but punishing the country backwards for selfish purposes. He has since asked the New Dawn government to act on time and ensure that those who are against its policy on the fight against corruption should not be entertained but be given an exit door for the sake of the people of Zambia. The Director of Public Prosecution recently entered a no persequy in a matter where former KCM provisional liquidator Milingolungu was charged with theft and money laundering involving 4.4 million kwacha, but was rearrested by DEC. It is, however, reported that the move has angered DPP Lillian Siyuni, who has since directed DEC Director General Mary Chirwa to exculpate herself, saying the commission should have waited for instructions before rearresting Mr. Lungu.
DPP Madam Lillian Siyuni to resign on moral grounds. Why am I calling her to resign? Is because the fight against corruption is something that can never work out when she still continues to hold that office as DPP. We've seen a lot of cases dying a natural death, where Zambian people are supposed to benefit from the recovery of the public resources that were plundered during the PF reign. Now the fact that PF appointed people in strategic positions, including a position, so that she can continue protecting their criminality, we shall not allow that. We do not want our youth to go on the streets to start protesting for her to step down. It is against that background that we call for you, Madam Lillian Siyuni, to step aside, to step down, to resign on moral grounds, so that you allow the New Dawn administration to pursue and fight against corrupt people and the criminals who have plundered almost everything from the Zambian people. We know that it is the corrupt regime that appointed you to be in that office. But you should know Zambia is bigger than your office. Zambia is bigger than you. We do not want the use of the UPND to be looked at, in a manner where people would think they are indisciplined when they take up certain actions against you. We respect every office bearer, we respect every office as UPND youths, but we do not condone people that are corrupt.
We'll take a break on that note. See you shortly.
They'll play a high press to force the mistakes.
They'll dominate the aerial ball. They too tall. We'll handle the pressure and smash them on the break.
The number 9 has scored in their last 5 games.
The passing will be quick, decisive, precisely. There will be drama in the dying minutes. This match will mean more than 3 points.
They will have the home ground advantage. This is why I bet.
This is why I bet.
This is why I bet.
Betway.
Fairview University College is enrolling students for the January-April 2022 intake in the following: School of Education, Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood Education, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education, Bachelor of Education in Secondary Education, Bachelor of Education in Special Education, Diploma in Early Childhood Education, Diploma in Primary Education, Diploma in Secondary Education, Diploma in Special Education, Certificate in Early Childhood Education, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Diploma in Public Relations, School of Hotel and Tourism, Diploma in Food and Production, Diploma in Front Office, Diploma in Food and Beverages Management, Diploma in Hospitality and Events Management, and Diploma in Sales and Marketing. For more information, visit us at Regent College along Kwazi Road or the North Mid Campus at plot number 11 Luamba Road, Lusaka, or call us on 0955 787114 or 0966 787114 or 0977 787114. Fairview University College. We aim at excellence.
In other news, Livingstone Farmers Cooperatives Society says government proposed a move to ban importation of onion is a direct challenge given to local farmers to ensure they satisfy local market demand. Cooperatives chairperson Matthew Mbao states that farmers should work hard in ensuring there is no shortage of onions on the market, as they are usually in the forefront crying foul over the composition of their commodity. Mr. Mbao adds it is a well-known fact the country opts to import onion because local farmers fail to meet market demands, and Maimbolwa Muliwana says that the move to ban the importation of onion is a move in the right direction, which corresponds to their calls to government to consider creating state farmers.
Needed by all Zambians has become at the center of attraction after a move by government to ban its importation. The importation ban is expected to trigger an increase in onion prices in the short-term run, and how farmers will react to this call is something yet to be seen, owing to the fact that current production of onion might not be enough to sustain local markets. To help analyze the advantages and disadvantages of banning importation of onion is Livingstone Farmers Cooperative Society Chairman Matthew Mbao, who says in the short term there will be a shortage of onions on the market as demand will rise, thereby experiencing increase in price of the commodity.
Which has been ahead now to say that the government is banning importation of onion. To us, as Zambians, we have to be patient for the government of the day, but it may be a repetition because the previous government had done it. The PF government did it, they had banned, and there was a shortage of onion.
And country coordinator for GOI, therefore Maimbolwa Muliwana, says it is a move in the right direction, stating that it also challenges governments to venture into state farming with focus area of farming cash crops like onion in question in an event that local farmers fail to meet the local markets.
Now, but it must be done strategically. If it's just done abruptly without us preparing ourselves adequately to manage the internal demand for the onion, then it's going to impact us negatively, just like it impacted us in the previous regime or government. So that should be done with a plan. So let us build internal capacities to ensure that we are able to meet the demand. That is when we can then go ahead with that idea. So it must be done strategically.
I think the banning of the importing of onion is a good idea. Reason being that we Zambians, we are good at doing farming. So even the banning of onion, of importing onion from outside countries, it also helps us that we can also be at least it should be us exporting onions rather than importing, because when you talk of importing, it means that it's us sending money outside, and yet we want money to be here, to be circulating in our country here.
Then nalandi batipase kuyolimilako, and then na capital yonse ati ngapangeko nani ngalimemo. Otherwise it's a good idea.
This is after President Hakainde Hichilema stated that no imports of onions will be allowed in the country in order to protect local farmers whose produce is going to waste due to spoilage with increasing post-harvest losses in the country. It was seen in the last regime the after effects this ban brought upon the country in terms of shortage of onion leading to escalating prices. Hence, it is the hope of all Zambians that the case will be different and will create a platform for local farmers to produce the commodity and market it in a way that boosts the economy. Prudence Motelo reporting for Muvi TV News in Livingstone.
Mombor Central Member of Parliament Credon Njua says the United Party for National Development UPND government will not relent to deal with individuals with motives of disturbing its efforts in taking development to the people. Mr. Njua, who is also Central Province Minister, said this when he met village head persons at Lumbanyai Primary School. He says the distribution of 25.7 million Constituency Development Fund, CDF, is in the direct will prioritized health education, construction of feeder roads, water and sanitation, among others, other than going into people's pockets without benefiting the intended communities. The lawmaker has further called on Mungo-based graduates to use the opportunity of the country-wide teacher and health recruitment exercise, which is being done at district level.
Member of Parliament Credon Njua has met village head persons of Makebo Ward at Lumbanyai Primary School, and representing the traditional leadership, Headman Cholowesa, who is also Mumba Chiefdom Para Secretary, petitioned the government on various developmental issues.
So brought out issues like rehabilitation of roads in the ward, namely Kawanga Road,
the losing Patriotic Front Makebo Ward Councillor, who has defected to the ruling United Party for National Development, UPND.
Working with the ruling party, because even in my campaign message, I was saying, here in Mumbo I have overstayed in the opposition. May we work with the ruling party, which is now UPND, and our representative from here is from the councillor, it's Madam Wadumo coming to Nanjua.
So apatingere sama teacher 30,000. Jifutu kaya vote.
Violence. United Party for National Development UPND chairperson for Women's Affairs Doreen Mwamba say campaigns are being conducted in a peaceful and orderly manner. Mrs. Mwamba, who is also Minister of Community Development and Social Services, says all political players are freely interacting with the voters as well as other party representatives. She is hopeful that the ruling party's candidate Peter Chanda